Hey everyone, this is Adam Elenbaas from Nightlight Astrology. Happy Friday, everybody. Today we are going to take a look at Venus's square to Uranus, which is perfecting over the weekend. I took a look at this on Christmas Day from the standpoint of the kind of a broader philosophical take on Venus and Uranus. We looked at 5 radical acts of love. Kind of felt appropriate for a holiday that's all about light and love, at least ideally. And so today, we're going to take a look at this Venus-Uranus combination from the standpoint of the various things you may notice in a more mundane way. This is how you may notice this manifesting over the weekend. As you know on my channel, I like to do both. Let's take a look at this philosophically, spiritually. What kinds of containers can we put the broader meaning of such energies in? And then also, let's take some time to look at how they might concretely appear in your lives. So we're going to do that today, going into the weekend with a really dynamic Venus-Uranus transit happening over the weekend. So anyway, that's our goal for today. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for helping us grow our channel in 2024. We grew this channel by almost 13,000 subscribers on the year. That is fantastic. And our best year that we've had in number of years in terms of the average number of subscribers per month. So if you're not yet subscribed, click that subscribe button. It's free to do so. It really helps us grow the channel. Transcripts of any of these daily talks can be found on the website, which is nightlightastrology.com. Now, as of the time I am recording this, we are trying to rally the support of the final backers that we need to meet our goal for this year's annual Kickstarter campaign. We have a backer goal of 1,937 backers by January 1st. As of the time that I am recording this, we are at about 1,000, almost 1,000 backers, which means that we still need about 900 plus to get to our goal. And that is with just about 5 days left to go. A little bit less than that. So we go through New Year's Eve at midnight. I think technically it's finalized by like 10 in the morning on New Year's Day. We still need a huge amount of support in these last days. Now, I believe we can do it, but that means we need people who enjoy and appreciate this channel to pitch in. $5, $1, $10. Everything and anything helps because it's both the backer total and the range we land in based on our projection of that total that really makes the difference. Your card is not charged until January 1st when the Kickstarter is successfully completed. And I also want to mention it's a one-time donation. Some people have asked, is this a recurring donation? Nope, it's just a one-time donation. And when you donate, you can pick up a variety of really nice rewards that we give back to you as a way of saying thank you for supporting the channel and all the free content that we create here. I will tell you more about the rewards that are available when you support the channel at the end of today's video. But the things that you may enjoy the most will be the Astrology of 2025 talk, 8 hours worth of horoscopes for the year ahead. That's for all 12 signs. You got a long exploration of your horoscopes for 2025. You can pick those up and get all 12 signs are included in that talk. It's about 8 hours long. And then my book and all of our classes. So if you want to come study with us, this is the absolute best time to do so because you are going to get 50% off all the way up to 75% off when you bundle our programs together. Come and study with us. We have 4 years worth of astrological curriculum in Hellenistic and archetypal astrology. And we also have several years worth of archived master classes, including a new master class coming up in the new year. If you want to come study with us, it's the best time to take advantage of it during this sale that we run through the Kickstarter. On that note, what I like to say, as you know, is you can find you can find the link pinned to the top of the comment section in the description of this video or on the website, nightlightastrology.com. I'm going to take you over there to the Kickstarter. When you go over to the Kickstarter campaign, you'll see there's options for rewards when you scroll down on the right side to pledge to receive different rewards that we offer. All of our classes are on sale. All of our class bundles are on sale. So many good things you can take advantage of before New Year's Eve. The other thing I'll say is that what I like to say is that if you value this channel, if this channel gives you something good on a daily basis, or even if you check in for certain episodes weekly or monthly, please consider supporting us. There's a lot of work that goes in. We have 11 people on staff. This is part of how I support myself, of course, and my family, but also a staff full of people, including one person who's full-time just handling social media and the distribution and editing and publishing of all of these posts, transcripts that are generated for us, for all of you. So yeah, it really takes a team to do this work. We deeply appreciate your support. It's because of your generosity that we're able to keep going on, giving free content year round, making sure all of our programs and all of our offerings are super accessible. I'm doing a live stream this morning. So if you're catching this, you may also want to check out the live stream and see some live birth chart readings and some Q&A. And I'll probably be doing some live streams to try to raise last minute support, but we do need it. We need a big outpouring of support in these final days if we're going to cross the finish line and meet our goals. So if you haven't donated already, again, please consider it. We really do need the support. And thank you to everybody who already has. We deeply appreciate it. So on that note, I hope you will enjoy this exploration of Venus and Uranus today, and we'll see you again over the weekend. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We're looking at Venus squaring Uranus from Aquarius to Taurus. This is a nice square because although squares can be difficult, we also have Uranus in Venus's sign, which gives a kind of affinity between the two planets that, although Uranus isn't traditionally participating in a dignity scheme, the fact that it's in Taurus, Venus's sign, is important to note, and it might sort of soften the intensity of the square. But let's look at the square on the real-time clock, and then I'm going to tell you 5 things that you can watch for over the weekend as the aspect perfects. Okay, here we go. So we're looking at Friday, December 27th, and here you can see Venus in Aquarius squaring Uranus in Taurus. Now, if we advance this by just a day, you'll see by tomorrow they're separating. We covered this earlier in the week, and now we're revisiting it. Earlier in the week, we looked at this as, on Christmas, we looked at this as, from a philosophical standpoint and from a spiritual standpoint, Venus and Uranus in relation to radical acts of love. Today, we're going to look at it from a more mundane perspective and give you 5 things to watch for, just a little bit more in terms of like how this transit may show up in your life more concretely. Now, Venus squaring Uranus is separating already by tomorrow, but let's give it 3 full degrees of separation, which takes us through Monday, December 30th. That is the range within which we will see these two planets expressing their symbolism. You also would have been feeling this earlier in the week as the 3-degree engagement range started really on Christmas. So that is the timeline that we have in front of us right now for this transit. Now let's talk about 5 things to watch for. And these are, again, in no particular order. These are just some of the ways in which a Venus-Uranus dynamic can show up. Number 1 is eccentric beauty. This could be something that shows up in terms of the way you dress, the fashion that you choose, or the style or the statement that you're making with your appearance. Venus and Uranus is like the display of a peacock's tail. Let me show you in ways that are even provocative or stirring or kind of eccentric my style or my beauty. This is when you go to like a costume party and you wear really fun, crazy makeup and costume that you never wear before, and you get dressed up and you have fun. So when Venus and Uranus get together, that rebellious, defiant, original, sort of eccentric, those qualities of Uranus inflect themselves on Venus, and you get the goddess of beauty showing up with the eccentric, flashy qualities of Uranus. This can also appear in terms of the kind of art that you're interested in, the kind of music you feel like listening to. And what's interesting is that that may look different for different people. What is provocative or outside of the box for you as someone who consumes art or music may look a little bit different from someone else. But whatever takes you outside of your normal experience of art, culture, beauty, music can be a part of a Venus-Uranus combination. And so you may notice that the desire to taste something different, even with food, comes up. Oh, that's interesting. That's a different taste than that's a different food I've never tasted before, or something like that. A different flavor, a different way of flavoring your life or experience that represents a deviation from the norm or the standards that you usually work with. Anything like that with respect to beauty, taste, style, aesthetics can come through when Uranus and Venus get together. Number 2 would be unexpected or disruptive events in love and relationships. Now, unexpected and disruptive events in love and relationships can be exciting. There's a provocative quality to Venus-Uranus that might bring unexpected or disruptive events that are fun, playful, unanticipated, or unexpected, but not necessarily bad. Anytime that there's like a sudden wave of flirtatious, sexual, erotic energy that is outside of the norm, that breaks through barriers, or maybe a feeling even of stagnation or stuckness or repetitiveness in love and relationships, can be a part of a Venus-Uranus dynamic that's really enjoyable. On the other hand, Venus-Uranus dynamics will show up and disrupt the status quo. So when Venus and Uranus get together, it's as though there's anything that is normal, patterned, routine within love and relationships may suddenly get disrupted, and that can be agitating. Like Venus loves harmony. Uranus can be a little bit like the suddenness of a lightning bolt striking. And while that flash of Uranus with respect to Venus might be beautiful and interesting and provocative and playful and represent a breakthrough that you enjoy, it can also be something that disrupts the status quo and provides a little bit of stress or tension. So unexpected or disruptive events in love and relationship, without there being an immediately negative connotation, I would add, is possible here. But disruptions are disruptions, and unexpected or disruptive events for Venus are not always welcome. So there's a little bit of a tension there to be aware of. What I like about Venus and Uranus when they get together is that if you're in a place that is stuck or bored, it really can shake things up and rekindle the spark, or just stimulate things creatively, so that whether it's with an artistic endeavor or love or romance or friendships, something new comes along and it can awaken the creative vital essence that maybe has been, it's either died down a little bit, or it's dormant or a little stuck, or, and all of a sudden it's exciting again. So something about Venus Uranus that I love is that you'll also see excitation returning in relationships. I was not surprised I had a natal Venus in Leo. And so Uranus and Taurus squared my natal Venus. And it happened around the time that my wife and I started getting free of a lot of the major, like our kids moved from being like little kids to like kids. And during that time, not surprisingly, suddenly my wife and I had a lot more time to be with each other, and less time like in the more intensive phase of early parenting. And that shift, that awakening, that breaking of the mold of our relationship and getting back to what felt like a little bit more like who we were before we had kids started naturally occurring. Of course, that was a Venus-Uranus dynamic. So anything that Venus does with Uranus will often awaken or kind of bring things to life where there's been a set routine, and more like duties and certain elements of restrictiveness have been present. And then all of a sudden there's a breakthrough. Venus-Uranus is provocative and experimental when it comes to lovemaking. I cannot tell you how many clients I've had where a Uranus-Venus dynamic shows up and they will suddenly be able to accomplish having an orgasm for the first time in their life. Or their relationship will suddenly the sexual element will be rekindled. Or they will, if they're single, they might start dating people that they don't usually date, or having fun or experimenting with love, sex, and relationships in ways they never have. Venus-Uranus can also occur when people are going through transitions, or people are maybe coming out of the closet, or something like that, like something with respect to non-traditional sex gender categories or experiences around sexuality are not uncommon with this combination. So provocative, experimental, breaking the mold. Number 4 is the SciFi Venus. I love this because Venus is in Aquarius squaring Uranus and Taurus. And there's a way in which this combination is sort of like, I mentioned this, maybe it was earlier this week I mentioned this, kind of like a med spa, where it's like the latest technology of youth and beauty. It's the laser treatment of your skin, or the skin pen, the PRP injections. It's the whole science of beauty, and the question of how beauty, art, culture, relationships, and sexuality is advancing along sort of like scientific or technological lines. It's a fascinating way of thinking about it. When it comes to plastic surgery, or different kinds of skin beauty, aging treatments, or modifications of your aesthetics, people under Venus-Uranus transits of their natal chart frequently get like nose jobs, or they'll come in and tell me that they're getting a mommy makeover or something after their pregnancy, and that these surgeries that are there to maybe help a woman regain some sense of confidence after how much like pregnancies can affect a body. Stuff like that is very Venus-Uranus, where it's like, let me use some kind of technology, surgery, skill, medicine to regain or retain some sense of youthfulness that I feel is being lost. This is the same reason why in relationships, the Venus-Uranus transits will often coincide with people who are bored, experimenting outside of the relationship, which is an unfortunate part of this, is that the shadow is like, infidelity or betrayal. I'm bored, so I need to go, and there'll be this, a way in which you seek something that you think is going to be better or that will return you to a feeling of being young and free again. And so you seek something like that outside of a relationship, something you have to be careful of during Venus-Uranus transits. The other thing that comes to my mind, number 5, are creative breakthroughs and flashy quick shifts. So anytime you think about Venus, you're thinking not only about love and relationships, but also the creative elements of life: performance, dance, music, singing, anything that has an artistic quality to it. And Venus-Uranus dynamics are not uncommon around times of artistic breakthrough or tremendous, but sort of fast and flashy artistic inspiration. It's that Promethean light and heat that's coming from Uranus and infusing into Venus, and suddenly there's a moment of tremendous creative epiphany or breakthrough. This can also be about flashy, quick shifts for anything Venusian that destabilize or eccentric, wild, exciting, but they don't last long. They're very short. So you have to be careful, because sometimes you'll make huge choices around Uranus dynamics with Venus with respect to love, relationships, art, all these different things that can be suddenly very inspiring. And yet the inspiration comes through, and it might be about what doors it opens, but the thing itself doesn't necessarily last, which is also why for my client practice over the years, I've seen time and again that when someone is like, oh, there's a Uranus dynamic around Venus and I'm meeting someone, okay, well, that person, there's a good chance that that person may not be a long-term person because of how quick and short-lived, and it's like that intense, quick summer love that you have when you're like 18, and it doesn't last. It lasts for the summer. So the Venus-Uranus dynamic can spark things, but often the thing itself doesn't last. That's not always true, by the way, but just something to be aware of. Well, today is a short episode. We're at the end of the week. And so just a few more things to watch for. I'm going to have some bonus episodes over the weekend as we're coming into the last days of the Kickstarter. We're getting there, but we need a lot of help here at the end. I'm going to tell you about the rewards that are available when you donate to support the channel after I sign off. Thank you to everybody who has already donated. And if you haven't yet, please consider pitching in. You can hear about all the cool things you can pick up when you support us after I sign off. All right, we'll see you again soon. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around. I'm going to tell you about the different rewards that we offer when you donate and support our channel in the year ahead. So you'll find a link to the Kickstarter in the description of this video, in the comments section of this video, as well as on our website, nightlightastrology.com. If you head over there, you'll see at the top of the page there is a menu item that says Kickstarter 2025. You can click on that and be taken over to the Kickstarter campaign page. So once you're there, if you scroll down on the right-hand side, you're going to see different pledge levels and different gifts and sales that we run as a way of saying thank you for your support. So among those, our most popular offering by far are the major discounts that we offer on our training programs. So if you are interested in studying astrology at Nightlight in 2025, whether you're a brand new student or a currently enrolled student who's thinking of taking one of our year 2, 3 horary programs, you're going to find that these are the best rates that we run on the entire year. And we do this as a way of both saying thank you and also of helping us raise funds to support the channel, our staff, and everything we do. So you'll see attend one Nightlight course there. That's about 50% off the total cost of the program and about $500 off the early bird rate. And then you'll scroll down and you'll see that if you bundle 2 courses together, the savings go way up. Bundle 3, they go up even more. I mean, the difference between the 2 and 3 class package is $200. So $200 more, you get 3 of our year-long programs. And if you get all the way to the 4 class pass, then you have all 4 years of our program. You can take them at any pace you like, renew them whenever you like. There's no timeline on when you use these class passes. And you will have all 4 years of content at about 75% off each of the programs individually when you get that bundle. So those are our best savings for sure. Highly recommend those. If you have any questions about our courses or programs, email us info@nightlightastrology.com or look at the website under the classes page, courses page. You'll find information about each of the individual courses we offer. And then if you scroll up, you're going to find some of our other programs that are greatly discounted. Ashley's Herbal Foundations apprenticeship course, which many people are interested in who come through our Moon Circle that Ashley and I lead each month. You scroll up, you're going to find our Masterclass series for 2025, greatly discounted, as well as our Roots and Spheres Moon Circle, greatly discounted. There's hundreds of dollars of savings in each of those. So we really try to make sure that the Kickstarter acts as a good flash sale for all of our programs. You'll then find some really nice prices on previous archives, archive talks, like our 2024 archive masterclass bundle, which is about 30 hours worth of content on specialized topics in astrology. You can see the topics listed in each of the bundles as you scroll through. 2023's masterclass bundle, huge savings on those and a lot of really great content. You'll see a few reading options as you continue to go from the bottom to the top. You'll see the 2025 year ahead mini reading. There's only 30 of these. These are individualized birth chart readings that I do looking at the most significant transit in your birth chart for 2025. I record those personally. You'll then see that there is an Ask 3 Horary Questions option where you can get 3 horary questions to redeem whenever you'd like within the year ahead. Those are kind of yes, no predictive questions. Will I get the job? Will we get together? Things like that. Then you'll see the Astrology for Complete Beginners course is also discounted through the Kickstarter. This is a great 10 hours worth of content for people who are brand new to astrology. So whether that's you or maybe a gift for somebody else. And then you're going to see some individual master classes that are greatly discounted from the past year. So all of 2024's masterclass series are the archives of which 8 to 10 hours each are on sale. And then scroll up a little bit more and you'll see one of our most popular offerings, which are the year ahead horoscope readings. These year ahead horoscope readings include 30 to 45 minutes of a breakdown of all the major transits of the year ahead for each sun and rising signs. You get all of them with this package, which is a great deal. It's like 10 hours worth of content, 8, 9, 10 hours, somewhere in there. I haven't finished recording all of them yet. So as of the time I'm recording this, I'm anticipating it'll land around 10 hours. But yeah, anyway, so you scroll up. You'll see those horoscope videos will all be delivered to you right around January 1st when the Kickstarter ends. Scroll up a little bit more, you'll find The Oracle Speaks, which is my book, and this is being released chapter by chapter. It is a book about the inner experience of learning to speak with oracles, and it is being released chapter by chapter in both text and audiobook form, so you can listen along to my new book. And that takes us up to the Astrology of 2025 video. This, for your donation at the $50 level, gives you an exclusive talk breaking down all of the major astrological transits of 2025. I look in depth at some of the biggest things happening in the year ahead and break them down in advance. And that's the only place I release that video or that take on the whole year ahead. Finally, at the very top, the most basic level of donation, you'll see the Astrology of 2025 calendar. This is a PDF calendar we design and make that allows you to track and move along with the astrology as the year unfolds. This is also great if you want to track what we're going to be talking about week by week on my channel. You'll get a glimpse at the biggest transits of each day and month and week. And that will give you some sense of where we're heading with our coverage of the astrology on the channel as the year unfolds. So again, any questions about any of the rewards that you see, email us info@nightlightastrology. Link is in the description, comments, or on the website, nightlightastrology.com. Help us get to 1,937 backers by January 1st. We deeply appreciate your contribution. We try to make sure we have some really special rewards to say thank you when you contribute. All right, take it easy. Bye.